So for those of you unaware, Among Us is now available for pre-order on the VR. For some reason, like 2,500 years after the initial game came out. It's a little bit confusing to me, but then again, I'm not a business owner, so maybe I'm just retarded or something. Sips lemons. Where the fuck did I get a lemon down here? But yeah, so some genius decided we're getting Among Us in VR because that went so well in VR chat. Then again, having less furries in all of my reactors might actually be a good thing. I wouldn't know, I haven't had a single server without a furry implanting his anus into the reactor. For those of you who don't know what Among Us is, first of all, build yourself a bunker. We have to protect you and preserve your genetics for the future generation because everyone else is just Among Us. Like literally everybody else. Don't go out there, human, there's Among Us up there. Oh, he's dead now. Basically, Among Us is about 8 people running around trying to fix this ship, but secretly 2 of the Among Uses are evil Among Uses and they have knives, or they just open up and eat you. These animations are fucking weird. So there's about 10 Among Uses, 8 of which are good and 2 of which are normally bad, apart from that one time that your friend disconnected because he's a fucking twat and now you're by yourself. Good luck. The good boys have to repair the ship, the bad boys have to eat the ship, and by eat the ship I mean steal all of the people in it. Why don't you just shoot them out the airlock, or put them in the trash compactor, or stab them more than once a goddamn minute. Sorry guys, my arm isn't working for the next half an hour, my bad. I would stab you, unfortunately I've lost control of all of my limbs. So the bad people have to eat all the good people, and the good people have to vote out the 2 bad people, and they do this by finding out who the bad person is. And by finding out who the bad person is, I mean voting out everybody who fucking moves. I see you, Yellow. What, you getting a snack from the vending machine? Ha, just kidding, you're going in the bin. I don't know if any of you guys played Town of Salem. If you haven't, look it up on Steam, play it immediately. It's one of the best things ever. That's the same premise. You got the mafia, and then you got the good boys, and then you got a couple of, you know, like lone wolf kind of bad guys. It's basically like TTT, except with Among Us. Also, you don't have guns. Literally, you have no way to defend yourself. If there's an evil dude on the other side of this corridor, you literally have to sit there, cry, or just literally leave the game. You have no alternative. I mean, you can press the big boop button, but you're never going to reach it, because this dude's been camping it for 9.5 fucking hours, and this dude's 200 levels higher than you. If you own a VR and don't want to wait the like 20 days for it to come out, VR chat has an actually pretty damn decent version which is completely free on the Quest and the PC VR. It's literally called Among Us VR. It's always like the most popular fucking map, so you can find it there. Word of warning, yeah, it's VR chat, so expect furries, anime weebs, and also people with enough emo blood magic inside of them to literally kill China. From what I can see on the gameplay trailer, it actually looks really cool. Like, you can sit inside the vents and look at people and shit, so you don't just, you know, sit above the vent and kind of hope that you see the right person, but you miss and hit, I don't know, Jeff. No idea if they're going to integrate mod support. I haven't really seen anyone discussing that yet, so God knows if there's going to be more game modes, roles, that kind of thing. Although I'm fairly certain there are costumes. I'm hoping at the very least it's going to have that proximity always on option where, why would you turn that off? How am I supposed to make content if it's just people default dancing? I need communication, otherwise I'm gonna die in medical again because this dude's guarding the doorway! The only experience on Among Us I've had in PC has been, well, horse shit, to be quite frank. So yeah, I wouldn't get too hyped for it because you'll start the game, immediately realize this is the worst thing ever, and promptly request a refund. It's coming out on the Quest and also PC VR. No idea if they're compatible, although I can imagine they would be because the graphics isn't really a limitation, and I know VR chat can pull that weird multi-PC VR thing off, so who knows, maybe this can do it too. The game at the moment is like $10 US, so, you know, give it a try, why not? It might be funny. Also, get hyped, because I'm going to start making videos on it, and if I don't immediately get 1,000 views like Popukato over here with his big whingy baby face, then I'm just going to quit YouTube forever, because apparently that's how this works. I wish someone had told me this is how YouTube worked when I, you know, spent 3 years trying to perfect this shit. I could have been doing more important things like becoming a melon. Took me years to do this, by the way. Actually, it just took like 2 seconds and a PowerPoint subscription. I do all this in PowerPoint. Again, yeah, not much has changed. In conclusion, Among Us exists. It's kind of garbage, maybe, I don't really know. In VR, it might be kind of cool, although I wouldn't put too much money on it because it's not 18 plus, which means it's going to be filled with babies. And they're just going to start screaming, vote you out because you said plant too many times and they don't know what that word means, and then probably accidentally stab their teammate in the nose before falling out of the fucking airlock. It should be a lot of fun, and if it isn't, it's like $10, so, you know, I'll take my chances.